Hello there. My name is Matthias, and I've been making games on and off for about 5 years now. I released my first commercial game about 4 years ago. It's what you see in the background right now. And while it got some good reviews, it didn't exactly make me a millionaire. Now, since then, I've kept game development mostly as a hobby. But it has always been there in the back of my mind and beckoning me into its bosom. And since that time, I've been prototyping many ideas. Everything from interactive text adventures to space RTSs. But none of it really went beyond the initial prototype. My latest prototype, however, which combines the elements of playing pool with the mechanics of a roguelike, really appealed to me. Enough so that I decided that I would make a more public prototype for others to try. So before I show you the game, let me talk a bit about pool. So, the most appealing thing for me in pool is that moment where you are lining up a shot and you have to make one ball bounce into another ball and then that ball bounces into the hole. So the question is, and the question that I have been thinking about for a few years now, is how can we use that mechanic in a game? Well, let me show you what I have so far. So here we are in the game, and you control this little blue guy. And any direction that I press in, he will shoot off to. There are, of course, enemies as well. And despite how cute they may look, they will actually try to murder you with rather shoddy-looking bullets. Ow. You can shoot yourself into enemies to interrupt them. Now, currently there is a severe lack of ways to combat these cute little bastards. So of course we need to introduce some spikes. When you knock the enemies into spikes, they will take damage. Spikes, however, are notoriously impartial, and will also damage you if you somehow manage to hurl yourself into them like a total knob. Anyway, moving on, if we take all of these elements that we have now discussed and implemented, we can actually get something that resembles a game. And here I've made a level where I've put in some enemies and some spikes. And as you can see, it is currently paused. And the reason for that is that I want this game to be more tactical, so it's not so twitch-based. The challenge is more going to come from getting an overview of what's going on and choosing the best action based on that. So in that way, it is actually more reminiscent of a turn-based game. So anyway, let's try to start the game and see what we've got so far. At this point in time, you might be starting to wonder, how is this actually going to be a roguelike? And that's a fair question you have there. So the thing is that for now, I'm simply creating a prototype, so it will not be a full-fledged game at all. It's a basic idea to see if this is actually something that will work. With that being said, it does actually need to have some gameplay elements, and I will be stealing a few things from roguelikes. Mainly it will be the procedural generation, and for now it will just be very simple. Basically, I will just be randomly placing spikes and randomly placing enemies. And then it will be permanent death. So when you die, you have to start all over again. And the way this will be implemented is also pretty simple, where it will just be for every level that you beat, there will simply be one more enemy spawning. And if you die to one of these, you will start back at the beginning, where there are only 2 enemies. This is very bare bones for now, but as I also mentioned earlier, this is just a prototype for now. So that's the end of this video. For the next few weeks, I will be implementing the rest of this prototype. There's still a few things to do, and next time I shall hopefully have something to present and actually that you might be able to play, and you can give me feedback. That would be excellent. If you like this video and want to see more, then please subscribe and hit the like button. This is all very new to me, and any support I get would be most appreciated and will definitely motivate me to keep going. It is basically the biggest reason why I make these videos, because I mean, honestly, probably I would rather just spend my time making the game, but it's also nice to be able to share, so any feedback you have, much appreciated. Alright, that's it. See you next time.